Oh my God, your poor dad.
Welcome back to Your Poor Dad. You can't choose your sisters, but you can choose your podcast. So thank you for joining us and being the fourth Brant sister.
Permanece sentados, por favor.
Por favor.
Por favor. Welcome back. Thank you guys for bearing with us after another week with no episode. I will take the full blame for that one. I'm going to put my toes down so I don't end up on toefinder.com.
For free, honey.
For free.
Yeah, you should be taking the full blame for that one.
Yes. Let me just get ahead of this before my sisters start ripping me a new asshole. We brought all of our equipment. We thought.
Did Paige have a mouse in her
No,
pocket?
let's talk about.
Okay.
I brought you had one piece of equipment to bring.
The audio.
The most important
Because
piece.
I do the most important job.
Yes.
Yeah, so literally you are the one that has the one most important piece.
Right.
And I brought a total, I think there were 3 bags of equipment.
Right.
Paige did all the grunt work.
She's our little hoss.
Yes, I am.
And guess who forgot the Zoom recorder? That
After-
records all the audio.
After she was reminded 3
After she
times.
was reminded
And
3 times.
Also, after Paige hauled all the
After-
equipment out and set it all up.
Here was the part that was my favorite now, but in the moment really pissed me off. I set everything up, and then I said, "Hey, go grab the Zoom." And you said, "I brought it,"
I was trying to
and I
tell
said,
myself.
"Yeah, so go grab it." I brought it.
I know. I was like, I brought it. Like, that wasn't more for me and less for you.
Don't panic. I brought it.
Right. So needless to say, I
She
did not
didn't
bring
bring
it.
it.
And then I'm a solutions architect, and I came with a plan B. And so I said, everyone just put your phones out. We'll record the audio on our phones, and then I'll record the video, and it'll work the same way. We just won't have the microphones. And meanwhile, all of this is going on while our annoying poor dad is just annoying.
I was losing my
the
mind.
shit out of us.
I was losing my mind.
It was like, he was like, why don't we just use one phone? I'm like, why do we need to use one phone?
And
though?
why,
And
for
what's
all
it
the
to
things
you?
that Dad's an expert at, why did he feel the need to chime in on this issue?
Right. And like, what is it to you? You have nothing to do with the editing process. You have nothing to do with any of the audio. Like, just sit down, shut up until we tell you it's time to talk. And then he didn't. Sorry, Dad. I forget that he watches this on
Also,
YouTube.
Dad, wasn't your fault either. So again, kick it back to Jade.
It was my fault, but Dad was just like, would not let it go that we were using more than one phone to record the audio. And then we finally get it done. And then he's all like Andy mode, like being all like coy and like shy on the podcast. And then all of a sudden we look up and then the thing stops recording.
And didn't save at all.
And it didn't save. But then I looked back the next day and it did save.
What the fuck?
I know.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Apple.
maybe there'll be like little clips. That you
some
can do.
bullshit.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to try to edit something together. But we did get a good little, a nice little family roasting of like, what are your icks? And everyone is like, you have messy hair. Your breath smells bad in the morning. Jade, you are a narcissist. You love your...
All right. Again, we have the audio.
Yeah, we have the audio.
Yeah.
It was Paige, you're too bossy. Bailey, you're too messy. And Jade,
You're a narcissist.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, Jade, you're obsessed with yourself.
I said that you were too cool, and they
And
said
you were
something like
lazy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like, you hide.
And to be fair, Jade, the entire time we're home, every time we're home, will not lift a goddamn finger for
You know what
anything.
the funny, okay, so here's the thing about me when we're home is like, and I think a lot of people can relate to this. And I don't know if you guys really do this, but like I regress hardcore when I'm
You
home.
regress the most.
I'm like
me the second.
I'm a
And Paige
180
is an
version.
adult.
Yeah.
You are the most annoying person to go back home with because
Yeah, I hate it.
I like you so much in Austin, and I really don't like you in Keller.
I'm just like so obnoxious in
And-
Keller, and I think it's because I'm so miserable.
well, and it's weird because like day one, it's always fun. You slowly just go down into this like rabbit hole, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't be around her until we are back in Austin city limits.
It's just, I don't know why I'm like that. It's just, there's so many factors around me where I need to like, that's maybe my New Year's resolution, deal with that with a therapist.
I think that would be a great idea.
That's lovely.
But because it's like, it's more like a funny game for me, but like, why do I think that's funny?
Well, because it's not funny to anyone else.
Right. It's just funny to me.
Literally no one else finds it funny.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm glad you know that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm self-aware. I'm just annoying.
But you're just self-destructive.
I'm self-destructive and I'd like to destruct everything around me. So anyways, that was fun. But do we want to give any updates from like Thanksgiving? No fights? Nobody fought for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was really surprised that I handled that whole situation as well.
You
as
handled
I did.
yourself really well because I was poking the bear on everything.
And I also knew myself and I said, I am not going to leave the family, but while you guys are all playing cards, I'm going to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
I need some me time. Because
Yeah.
otherwise I would have blown up at
Yeah.
somebody for sure.
I definitely need a lot of me time when I'm in Keller. Good times.
I don't know.
But it was a really good Thanksgiving. We're really sorry you guys didn't get to hear from our poor dad. We'll do it again for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I can promise you, a Paige promise, we will have all of our equipment.
We'll have a high quality episode. With
Yeah.
Audio.
Wadio.
No,
but it was a good time.
yeah, great times. Sticks.
Yeah, Sticks
came by.
It was his first
Came
time.
by. He was there the whole
Stayed with
time.
us.
I literally stayed there the entire
Literally
time.
had no escape at all.
Yeah. He did really well. I would not do
amazing.
as well as him.
He's like a very easygoing kind of guy.
But like, let's set the scene. So our parents' house is split level and all of the bedrooms are in a row on the top floor. And there's like no privacy, I feel like. And you shared a wall with mom and dad.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And so for me, if I were Sticks, I would be like, I need some private time. I need some private space. And he did a very good job.
He did. He, like, I think was a great house guest. He really wanted to, like, jump in, even
And
when
he did.
I got cranky and went to bed early on Thanksgiving because some freaking animals downstairs wouldn't stop throwing those pots and pans around. The, like,
We tried to
tinfoil
catch it
pans.
behind our back.
They kept throwing these foil, like, disposable baking trays
Maybe
up
I'll
and trying to
well,
catch it behind
maybe
their
I'll
back.
insert a clip here.
It's also frustrating that dad probably 4 out of 5 times when he does it, he catches it. And we did not catch it one time. So
Well, we were also drinking all
Yes,
day
so
long.
just clanging around on the tile
And it was like, okay,
downstairs.
let's just do it one more time, but like, don't drop it.
Yeah,
and then we'd always
don't
drop
drop it,
it.
'cause
He's
then-
moving the like 1 square foot teeny little carpet to try to like let that muffle the thing, and it never
It
landed
never
on that
did,
little
yeah.
carpet. It's like, okay,
yeah, that pissed mom off too.
go
Yeah.
figure.
Sorry, guys.
Well, mom actually had to work the next day, so. But yeah, Thanksgiving was fun, and then yeah, we're just back in good old Ralston.
Ralston?
Good old
Ralston. And then
Ralston Rexes.
I go to Chicago on Thursday,
Ralston Rexes.
And I go to Mexico on
Yeah.
Thursday.
and then
And BB comes here on Thursday.
BB. Oh yeah,
Oh
how
my
are we
God,
feeling about
big
BB?
weekends?
Well, I'm nervous.
Okay, wait. Where did you do the reservations?
So I currently have, I'm not done yet, but I currently have 3 booked because I haven't decided yet.
Okay.
So I have a 9:15, which is late, but that's the only thing that was available at Eberly.
I love Everly.
And then everything that you said I couldn't get a reservation for.
Which is checks out because I'm so exclusive.
I have a 7:30 reservation at Oseo.
Oseo's great.
And then I have, I think it was, I was panicking and I did the Caroline. But I like the Caroline upstairs for drinks.
I know, but I think the Caroline upstairs for drinks is kind of mid.
That's like, wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. Like, I think you can find a more intimate. Maybe that's a good place to start out because it's like.
I feel like that is the best first date spot
Okay.
ever.
And then
because
you
it is
move
so
to a more
casual.
And then you move to a more intimate spot.
yeah, because what if what if we realize we don't want to be intimate?
And then you're like, let's go play cornhole.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect.
I know.
Yeah,
'Cause we could always go to like Garage Bar.
Ooh, I love Garage Bar.
I know. It's a good one.
Okay, so how are we feeling? Where is he staying? What's the vibe?
I mean, I assume he's staying at his friend's house. We
So far.
planned, we're planning on Friday. I work a half day. He's working a little bit, so we can get together whenever. I said, "Are you nervous?" I'm nervous. And
That's cute.
he said, "No, but maybe when it gets a little closer, I will be." And I was like, "Yeah, well, it's also crazy because both of my sisters are going to be out of town. So like my hype women aren't going to be here."
And we're not going to be able to meet you out and like.
Well, and that's what he said. He was like, "Well, that answers my question of am I going to be ambushed by the sisters?" And I was like, "Well, you would have been,
yeah.
but I guess you're stuck with just meeting me this time."
We're
Yeah.
gonna need our friend fourth Brant sisters to ambush you or be on call.
Yeah, and I would die if anyone approached me and if they were like, "Is this BB?" I'd be like,
He would like it. I don't even know him. I don't know BB, but I'm assuming he would like it.
I don't think he would
Dislike
be
it.
mad about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited to hear updates on the weekend day BB because also Saturday, that's like a whole new realm of possibilities. What if you just hit it off and then you guys all do like a fun like friend brunch and
Well, and so, you know, we're taking it day by day.
by day.
By day. Hopefully Friday goes great because he is gonna, you know, he needs to see his friends and stuff too.
Yeah.
But
But he wants
we'll
to
just
see
see.
you,
We'll
honey.
just see what happens. I do think I need to go. I'm gonna go to the mall on Friday and get a new outfit.
I think you need to get a new outfit, maybe like a new blush or like a new bronzer, something that's like little that can just
I
like
already got new makeup. Got delivered today.
Oh, perfect. I love that's what I did today at the mall. That's why I was late. I just needed like some fun gear to like just hype you up a little bit, you know? You want to
Exactly.
like have a nice little like new thing to make you feel your best.
Yeah, I think the outfit will really do that to me.
Yeah, and you know what, for me, spray tan or self tanner.
I'm definitely gonna do self tanner.
Yeah.
but I think I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
That's a great choice.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I am too.
This is the new era.
It's also just really crazy to me. This is just a very unique situation that I've never been in my entire life. And I said that to him as well. And he said, yeah, I've never flown anywhere for a first date.
Yeah.
I said, guess there's a first time for everything. Cute.
Yeah, this is very normal for me. I love somebody that doesn't live in the same state as me. So I think this is great. But like you're a healthier person. Like I was in a toxic place.
Exactly.
I liked I just like preferred people to live out of state for a while.
I think it's nice to have hoes in different area codes.
It is when you're in your hoe phase, but Paige isn't doing that anymore.
Yeah. I'm not a hoe.
Me either.
Wait, did you guys know that Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus aren't actually married?
Why?
What do you mean?
Because you can't make a ho a housewife.
Whoa, there we go. There she is.
There it is.
There's
That's a
Left
good one.
Girl. Left Girl's coming in.
That's what I'm here for, guys.
Bailey, you have a wedding in Mexico.
Yeah, it's just my best friend's wedding. You know,
LOL.
I'm just the maid of honor and stuff.
Are you gonna make a speech?
I am. And I'm scared because she was like, do you want to? You don't have to. Like, whatever. And I was like, no, hell yeah. Like, I'm going to do it. And then I was like, I am probably going to get very scared about it. But
I think you're gonna do great. You are a very well-spoken gal.
She
No.
cries a lot.
the
You
last speech I gave at a wedding, which I did get a text from the mother of the bride that I couldn't, like, I stood up and I tried to give my speech and I just started crying and I couldn't speak. I couldn't do anything. And I was like,
Mom?
whoa, there's nothing I can do in this situation.
Mom
now.
and I were both at that wedding, and Mom looks at me. She goes, "Do something." And so
I saw Paige out of the corner of my eye, like, stand up.
I stood up because I was like, "What am I supposed to do?" Right? So I stood up and I was like, "Am I gonna have to like run up there and like give this speech for Bailey on Bailey's behalf?"
She didn't.
It was just-
But I got a text saying that was the best speech.
Wow.
From, like, many-
You're so sensitive.
I'm very
Someone
sensitive.
say you're the most sensitive brand sister.
Some would
But
say
then
that,
some
and
would
the
meet
person
you.
would be you that says that. Because thou dost protest too
Thou
much.
doth protest too much. I made a I made a maid of honor speech once, and it went splendidly. And I had like a theme. It was for Shayna, and I said in college, everyone thought that Shayna and I, everyone was mine and Shayna's third wheel. Mm-hmm. And then when we met Zach, Shayna's husband, we went through this day, and we did meet Zach during, I don't know if I should say this, but we met Zach at the beginning of this tailgate day, and we went all these places with Zach. We met his family, and we're like, oh, we'll never see these people again. Then we went to the bar, and then all of a sudden I was like, they're gonna hook up. I did not see that coming. And then they went and actually hooked up. But then when I was telling my speech in the story, I was like, yeah. And then we Zach took us to meet his parents, and then we went to the bar, and then Zach looked at Shayna, and he was like, when is she gonna stop this story? Because there was a lot more to the story. But I was like, and at that moment I realized I was the third wheel, and there's no one I'd rather be the third wheel for.
Aw, that's cute.
Cheers. And they were like,
That's cute.
Wow.
so yeah, just take that.
Glad you didn't tell
Okay.
their love secret.
Yeah, because I did walk in on them.
So you're going to tell their love secret
Here.
We're just talking to the sisters.
Yeah, we'll see if Shayna actually listens to this.
Oh,
Ooh, that'll
be
be
a
fun.
friendship test.
Yeah. But can we talk about any some current events?
Like Kim Kardashian.
Yes. Okay.
That's so annoying.
So the Balenciaga saga is just I'm not.
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting, and I'm not someone to get sensationalized by this
could you
shit.
tell me and our fellow boomer sisters what's happening?
Okay, so Balenciaga came out with this campaign that had these teddy bears that had bondage and BDSM stuff on it, and then there was
so it's the teddy bear. It looked like the straps of the purse were as if you were wearing a leather bondage outfit.
so it was just bondage teddy bears, and then there was kids in the picture, and
holding the purses.
on the table were just a bunch of alcohol, paraphernalia, stuff like that. And then everyone's like, what the fuck? Why would you have kids in this campaign with this bondage stuff? That's weird.
Yeah.
So they took those images down, and they put up images from their campaign for 2023 with Adidas, Yeezy, that's a whole
Heard of
other
them.
thing. And in the pictures, they were set in this office, and on the table there was these court documents. You had to zoom in and see what it was not obvious at all. Then there was books from known just fucked up people, really provocative.
But tell her about the court documents.
The court documents were about child.
It was a child pornography lawsuit.
Yeah.
What?
So it's just
Did they just need papers as a prop, or was that on purpose?
And that's
Pretty
the thing.
much.
It's these are
Flip
two
it over,
separate campaigns technically. So it's this isn't just a coincidence. This is something that runs deep into your your company, and people are calling out their stylist, who is a fucked up person apparently. And I'm all about art. Go do your art shit. But this is taking it so far, and it's so dark. And then that coupled with their most recent runway show, people were holding these bloody little baby dolls, and and the theme of the whole show was people had cuts on them and stuff. It was just why? You're here to sell fucking clothes. And also it's so then it just brings into this whole nother deep level of this is just to sell clothes, and you're willing to do this kind of shit to do that.
Well, and you wonder why people believe in the Illuminati and pizza,
Or I was gonna say the
Pizza
drinking children's blood, and there's a sex trafficking ring and all.
Right.
I mean,
And that's
some
what
of
people
this
are
is true,
saying. It's
but, it's great. It just feeds directly into it.
Well,
Right.
yeah, and it's because going back to the court documents that were the papers that were on the table. It's like, were they like, oh, we need to find some papers, and was someone like, oh, I have these in my briefcase. You know what I mean? Like, how
I'm on
did
trial?
Like, how did that
was
even come
intentional.
about? Well, obviously,
Yeah,
but
so
it's like
who was like, what stand were you making when you were doing this?
You know,
like,
this is probably the wrong thing to say, but this would be a good example of when cancel culture is a good thing,
Right.
because they're probably like, there's no such thing as bad press. This is going to get people talking. Like,
Yeah.
someone's going to notice, and then we're going to like have like all this buzz. And it's like, no, nowadays when you're saying and doing like unacceptable things, we're not going to accept it. We don't have to. We have options. Like,
Yeah.
move on to the next thing.
well, and this isn't like cancel culture. Like, you said something that hurt my feelings,
Or I dug back to 2012.
or Demi Gelato. She's the reduced fat ice cream really triggered me. No,
I
that's
thought that you just said Lovato wrong, but then
gelato.
Yeah.
It's like, this is something, or this isn't
Like, protect the children.
This isn't like we're canceling like Rachel Hollis for being annoying because she is like an annoying influencer slash speaker, you know? That's cancel culture. That's like, is that warranted? No. This is warranted. Like, this is like, you are purposefully putting children in the forefront of your campaign. Like, why are children even in your campaign to begin with?
Yeah.
Let alone like all the shit that you're putting out there with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's close.
It was just, this whole thing is wild to me, and I was honestly kind of shocked by Kim's response.
Yeah. So then, Boomer Bailey,
Thank you.
BB.
Gross.
So Kim puts out a statement, and the statement is like, sorry, I haven't talked in 5 days about this. Remember when you also didn't talk in 5 days about your fucking ex-husband who said anti-Semitic shit? There's that too.
Did she ever say anything about that?
Yeah, she's like, I stand with the Jewish community. And it's like, she didn't even say anything like, I don't agree with Kanye. It was like, I just stand with the, like, fucking have some balls, bitch. Like, you're one of the most powerful women in the world. You can really make a big stand. Okay, that's about Kanye. This is about Balenciaga. So her statement was like, I wanted to wait to talk to the Balenciaga team, and as a mother, I'm shocked. And then she edited it later to say, and disgusted.
Oh.
Because like, you couldn't have thought about that word before.
Mm-mm. Well, she wasn't that disgusting.
Yeah,
she
so
liked it.
She basically said that, posted it. Then people were like, okay, and now what? Like, there was nothing about like, okay, now what are you going to do with
she has like a big partnership with Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah.
She does walk in the room when I'm watching Kardashian
Yeah.
sometimes.
I also saw you post Kim's thing on your Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, so you saw.
Closies.
Yeah, to Closies.
Yeah.
So Kim has just
I
been
just
like,
didn't know what they did to cause this.
yeah, they were and Kim's like only been wearing Balenciaga this year. Like everything, like all those like full like suits with like the gloves and the shoes.
Yeah.
Balenciaga. So everyone's like, okay, you're Balenciaga's bitch. So like, what the fuck are you gonna do about that? And so she was like, and as for my partnership with the Balenciaga, I'm gonna see if they like take accountability.
Yeah, she basically said like, we'll see how it goes. Like, they are taking measures to make it better, and so we'll see to make sure that they keep doing that, or something like that. And it was like, it was so.
In what way?
Pussy. She's being a fucking pussy. And
yeah.
what like, you are more powerful than Balenciaga. Pretty
Everyone
much.
knows Kim Kardashian's name. Dad doesn't know who Balenciaga is.
Exactly. Everyone in the world knows who Kim Kardashian is, and who the fuck is Balenciaga? They're an amazingly like famous luxury.
Well, that's what's
Yeah.
annoying is it seems like she doesn't want to say anything to rock the boat with her partnership.
But like,
You know,
she doesn't need that.
She doesn't need
partnership.
them.
She wants it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
she,
the thing.
She wants it so badly. She does not want to do anything to rock that boat.
That's exactly.
And she's
Paige just made the best point. She doesn't need it. She wants it, and that's the fucked up thing. She's willing to like, where are your morals?
Yeah. That was really wild.
It
to
just
me.
wasn't an accident that this happened. And
No.
that's the thing that I think everyone can agree on. And Balenciaga's like, we're going to sue the photographer for this, or like, we're going to sue the set designer. What about your fucking team that approved all this bullshit?
there has
The
to be
photographer didn't like design the whole set and everything. Like,
yeah.
everything had to be approved.
everyone signs off on it.
And how many people were on set that day?
And it's kind of like one mistake, one time, maybe that was an actual accident.
Yeah.
But come on.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an
People
accident.
were
It's a
standing
pattern.
there with children walking onto set with these like like that would be the most uncomfortable thing to be around. Like,
Yeah.
what are all those perverts doing?
Exactly.
I don't like it.
Well, and that's the thing. And then I heard the toast say, Jackie was like, imagine like this is what's going on that we can see. Like
Right.
what is happening behind the scenes? Like what kind of jokes are they making? Like what's the company culture that's going on at Balenciaga? And like not just Balenciaga, like let's fucking see everyone. Like
Right.
Yeah, weird.
it's just like put such a bad taste in my mouth because I'm like, what is the point? Like at the end of the day, like all of that is just like labels for people to feel cool wearing. You know?
Exactly.
And like at what cost?
The children's cost.
Right. Exactly. Like people's lives, like traumatic shit.
Yeah, that is freaking wild.
Yeah. So that got me fired up. And I'm usually not like, I don't know. I think a lot of people like the Pizzagate thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that is just,
Well,
it sounds crazy. But then you
that
see shit like this and
Wasn't
you're like,
true. This
right.
is we have
This
the photos.
is in our faces.
This was an advertisement that
Yeah.
they designed.
Yeah. And then like you hear all these like stories of people like, oh, this happened to me. Like this person like put me in this situation. It's just like so hard to like fathom that kind of evil. And then you just see it in your face and you're like, oh, like this is real.
And
People
this
are
is hip. Buy this brand.
And it's like from one of the most hip literally the Kardashians season finale this past week was all about Balenciaga.
Yeah.
And Kim walking in. And that's like the craziest thing. This is the most hip brand right now. And this shit is going on.
Whoops. Well,
So needless to say, at Your Poor Dad, we do not stand with Balenciaga. And even if we could afford it, we would.
I can certainly say that I will never purchase any Balenciaga products.
And I am proud to say I have never purchased Balenciaga in my life. So
Absolutely.
are you going to bring us up after that?
Okay.
Sharp left.
We got a Bears update, guys. This one, you might not think was interesting. I thought it was a little interesting.
I'm sure I'll find it interesting.
So the Bears
too.
played the Jets this past 2 days ago. Okay. They lost.
How'd they do? Okay.
So,
Yikes.
but after losing to the Jets, an amazing string of events has led the Bears to end up in control of the number 2 overall pick in the 2023 draft.
Oh, I didn't
Because
even know
we're
how
such
they
Because we're
Losers?
basically so bad. Let me tell you about these events. So Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Jacksonville, and Carolina all had to win their games. They did. All of them had 3 wins, just like the Bears did, like before that 4th win. Okay.
Sure.
The Bears lost Darnell Mooney for the year. There was an
Okay.
injury. Bears defense is the worst in football. And to top it all off, their remaining games feature 3 playoff teams and 2 teams that have already beaten the Bears once this season. Therefore,
We're getting the number 2 pick.
so things could still potentially change, but odds are good that the Bears will maintain control of that number 2 pick.
Okay.
So that's
So you know what that
one
means for
positive,
us? Here's what it means
that
for
we should go to the draft.
Well, this is what it means for us, the Your Poor Dad audience, Fourth Brant Sisters and us. I think whoever we draft, we just inundate them with like at Your Poor Dad, at Your Poor Dad. We are so
Like that number 2 pick?
excited for you to be on the Bears. Welcome to the Bears family.
I
and then
agree.
we get them on our side, and then it's like number 2 draft pick who's probably like a really like hot shot college athlete times Your Poor Dad, and we just like team up
And-
together.
Hell yeah.
And then
We team up with their families, their spouses.
Maybe they
their
have. Maybe he has
friends.
sisters. I'm assuming it's gonna be a he.
Yeah.
I'm not a sexist.
Don't at me. We just endorsed cancel culture, so we can't make any outlandish claims.
We just gave you full reign to cancel us, but
No,
please
we
don't
didn't.
cancel me for that. But yeah, so
I think that's a really great idea.
okay. So like, let's be on the lookout, and also if there's any like draft guys that are coming up,
You know those draft guys.
those
Anyone-
eligible draft
those
guys
draft
coming up the
kings.
tube.
I know you fourth brand sisters. You guys are like savvy. You're like Paige. You like keep up with the times. If you see something, say something. Tell us.
You should do that all the time. If you see something, say something.
This goes back. We're not going to. Okay, back to Balenciaga. If you see something, say something. But back to Chicago.
but
Bears.
also with the Bears.
But also with the Bears, if you see a hot recruit, say something
Say
to
something.
us and tag us. I think you wanted to
I'm
fix your
just
hair.
really confused.
Okay, I think you should
don't-
put your hair down.
Well, because it was in these little buns.
I know, but it looks
but
weird.
These, hold on.
No, it looks like you have a mullet. You're giving more
Alain.
nose.
Alain, is that you?
It was giving me a headache.
I
just
know.
Need to shake it off.
I know. I think you need to shake it off and like, because it was when it was pulled back, and this is what happens because our heritage is white trash. So like one wrong move, and we are giving more nose.
We're Eileen Warno's once removed.
We are literally one wrong part away from being Eileen Warnos. So
One little extra curl.
literally,
You're like-
we're one bad bleach session in a chair from being Eileen Warnos.
We're one eyebrow shade off from Eileen Warno's.
We are one over eyelinered eye.
Or one next day makeup that you wake up with.
Yes. we are
This is better.
we are one 20-pound weight fluctuation from being Warnos.
We
We are
one.
one murder away.
Yeah.
Not that it's
Wow.
wrong to have a 20-pound weight fluctuation. That doesn't mean you're white trash, but Warnos was. That's just we got insulated there. Anyways, I'm scared of being canceled.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if anyone cares, but Peter's engaged.
I didn't know if you were gonna. I forgot to ask you if it was okay. So Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Picked a fiance that wasn't Paige. Sorry.
That was.
I mean,
good. Really.
he did. Here's the thing. This is what I've realized. You know, as confusing as it is, like why her, why not me, right? Hold on, let me just stay in camera.
Oh, sorry.
If you guys spill on me,
Okay, why her?
Okay, why her? Why not me?
Why this fiance?
yeah, I mean, as much as that definitely stings a little bit, because also then it's all the other questions. How long have they been dating?
Yeah.
You know, it shan't have been that long.
Well, they're
you
on
know?
a faith journey where that I don't think allows for coitus. So
My friend said it looks like he found his godly woman, and I said,
and she's like, no, no, no.
I
maybe we
said
don't know.
something similar. I said, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, to me, in my outsider's view, I feel like a lot of like churchies get engaged pretty quickly
quick.
because
Yeah.
they want to take their relationship to the next level in their
Right. And they
marital
don't
bed.
realize that the Lord doesn't care if you have sex before you're married.
I think that he has way bigger problems. on
Oh,
his
yeah. He's
mind.
like, honey.
He's like, have you heard of Balenciaga? We have bigger fish to fry.
Jesus is sitting up there and he's like, no, 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 no. That's not what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, it's a metaphor.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, so I do think that it's just weird. It's a weird feeling that I've never gone through an ex getting engaged so far. An ex that I really cared about getting engaged. So it was a very unique feeling because it wasn't like I thought we were getting back together. So it's not like I was shocked, or I mean I was shocked because honestly it seems really soon.
Yeah.
But I wasn't shocked in a sense of, oh my gosh, like I can't believe it wasn't me. It's more of just like, oh shit, like the immediate feeling was, oh shit, someone is actually like better than me. It was that feeling of not being good enough, which is honestly what I went to so much therapy about. So I just went back into my little therapy mode and wrote down everything in my journal, how I was feeling, and then reminded myself like 3 separate times to write down, I am good enough. I am good enough.
Well, and first of all, I just want you to, I mean, I know this is like what you're doing, thinking back to therapy time, but like no one's better than you. They might be better suited than you for him, you know?
Yeah.
Right. But that's your immediate thought is, oh my gosh, someone is better than me. Anyways, I think that is going to be their relationship. Wish them the best. Hope that, you know, everything works out. We'll see. We'll see if it does or not. And this just, you know, gives me more of an opportunity to be excited about what my future holds.
Yeah, because the best thing about your future is like anything could happen.
Yeah, the rest is still unwritten.
Exactly.
Right.
Truly, the rest is still
quote
unwritten.
To quote the great philosopher.
Or honestly, maybe me and BB will elope this weekend when everyone's gone.
That would be interesting to not have one of your family members there.
Kidding.
That's very Kourtney Kardashian of you.
And
I would
very
never.
Kourtney Kardashian
That's very
of
mean.
you to make it about you. Oh, and none of your family members would be there.
Good job, Bailey.
Thank you. It's probably more Kim.
Yeah, Kim did get married.
Several times.
That's very Kim of me to get married several times. Bringing it back to me anyways. Okay.
Okay, well, so should we listen as Bailey reads some listener stories?
Yes.
Bailey, is there a theme?
No.
Just funny?
Well, the theme was going to be questions for our dad,
But someone ruined it, didn't she?
Do you want me to give you a quick overview? There's 2 advices.
Ooh, I want the advice.
yeah, let's do advice.
How fat does my face look?
Okay,
1 little weigh-in, 2 quick
Wayne, is that a
advices.
fat joke about us?
No.
Wait, because I just said how fat does my... Wait, also, can we just say, as you're pulling everything up,
Okay.
we had our first Your Poor Dad photo shoot.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh,
and we
wow.
are not models.
Not
no.
yet, anyways.
But from the pictures I saw, we look stunning. I mean, mainly it was 2 pictures of me and 1 of us.
Right. Well, the
Well,
video
that
that I
sounds
saw
promising.
made me a little nervous. I said, uh-oh, she needs to work on her face angles.
But this is our first photo shoot, and we don't know.
Just working on my face angles.
Yeah. And so, but I'm confident we're going to find some pictures. We're going to get a website up and running. We're going to, Bailey, you need a new phone.
Maybe Santa will bring one.
Santa, tell me.
I've been real good and I've been writing letters. We'll see.
All right. Well, speaking of letters,
Oh. Wow.
I think
All right.
we have some sisterly emails.
Okay. This one says, "Hey sisters.
Hey.
Love the pod. Sorry if this is a little late to send in.
It's never
says
too
more.
late.
Never too
Never.
late.
I have very strong opinions on what is pick me and what is not.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I definitely think that it's only pick me if you're doing something inauthentically for attention.
I agree.
Okay.
As a sports girly turned woman who works in professional sports, I am often seen as a pick me girl, even though I genuinely love squirts. Yeah.
Sports
Do
and
that
sports.
as a career. I'm often viewed by other women as a pick me girl, but I can tell you firsthand that being so involved and knowledgeable about sports often has the opposite effect with men. My dating life has definitely suffered due to my job because although men say they want a girl who's into sports, they usually don't. I find that when I start seeing a guy and he learns about what I do, they either get intimidated or they only want to talk about sports, and I end up being seen as one of the boys instead of someone to potentially date. Long story short, being genuinely interested in something that is typically labeled as pick me can suck sometimes. Thanks, girlies. Love you.
Yeah. I feel that not in the sports regard, obviously, if you hear my Bears updates.
You're so knowledgeable.
Look, I try. But it's I feel that way about beer. I really do feel that way. I genuinely prefer drinking beer when I go out, and I cannot tell you how many times I've gone out with a group of girls that I don't, a group of guys and girls, but the girls that I don't really know, they're like, oh, you're drinking beer? And it's like, yeah, because I don't want to vomit tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know myself.
Oh, you're sucking my ass? Didn't know that.
You're about to be.
Okay.
Well, that makes sense. And okay,
sucks.
I'm converted to the other side of the pick me conversation, and
But also the right guy is not going to be intimidated by you, and he's going to see you.
Yeah, think about how insecure that guy must be. That it's like,
Yeah.
oh, she knows something I don't know.
and that's actually like a really cool hobby that you could enjoy with a guy if you guys could both talk about it and like
If you genuinely like watching football all day, Saturday and Sunday, what could be better for a football guy?
yeah, like I don't mind watching football, but I was a cheerleader for how many years and I'm still like, what does the 2nd and 9 mean? Like I don't,
well, you
First
do know
and 10,
that.
do it again.
we like it.
Score.
We like it.
6
Yeah.
more.
Like when they get fouled or like a flag thrown on the play, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Face mask.
Face mask. That's all I know.
I always say, let the boys play.
So I think, yeah, Bailey's right. Or Paige or whatever one said it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, next one. This is marked urgent, but we didn't get to it in time. So
Sorry, we're
I
here
would
now.
love to hear an update. Hi, sisters.
Hello.
I'm newly 24 and finishing my
yeah.
last year of law school.
Congratulations,
Good for
bragger.
you.
Jesus
Brag.
Christ.
Brag all the way home, baby.
So we have smart girls listening to us.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
I dated this guy I met in law school for almost a year or so. We broke up over summer because we were both crazy busy with work and he was back home in LA. We started talking again and are still friends. I've never backslid before, but here's my question.
like going back to somebody.
Oh, duh.
Is it the worst idea in the world to ask him if he wanted to still sleep together / almost a friends with benefits situation? Any experience with friends with benefits / backsliding to an ex? I'm just trying to end the dry spell.
Let me tell you my version, and then Jade has a very different version.
Yep,
I approached somebody with the idea one time, and it was not received well at all.
Was it your COVID boyfriend?
Yes, it was my COVID boyfriend, and I said, we don't have to date, but we should just, be friends with benefits. And he was appalled.
He cried.
He started crying, and he said no, because he only wants to have benefits if we are boyfriend and girlfriend. And I said, I do not want to
Special
be
friends.
your girlfriend. And I said, look, I had to shoot my shot. Thank you for the response and see ya. So
I'm proud
it
of
didn't
him.
work well for me.
I'm proud of him for having boundaries.
And I'm proud of me for shooting my shot.
Right. I'm proud of both of you.
Thank you.
Separately.
How did it work for you?
So I'm the queen of backsliding. I used to be.
You truly...
You're newly reformed.
I had one pot of guys, and I thought that that's the only
That's
pot
the only pot you had to
could
choose
ever
from.
choose from. And then I would
Which
say,
was the most annoying thing as your sister.
yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
And for most of them, I would say I was in control. So if you were in that position of control, not with Army.
I know. It's not just with Army.
We know.
Who?
Go
Continue.
on.
Who
Go
else?
on.
Continue.
Use a nickname. Who?
All of them?
All of them.
I wasn't in control.
No.
I was 100% in control.
Okay.
Dr. Rhiannon Presley, a listener and a fourth brand sister, will tell you.
And
Okay.
also a smart bitch.
Yeah, she's
You have
very
so
smart.
many smart people.
I know. So, anyways, I would say if you are in control of the situation, meaning if you are the one who likes them least, stay toxic.
Yep.
Then I would say, yeah, like do it. But like if you're not, and if you have feelings, or if you think you're gonna get feelings,
Like how Jay did.
who did I have feelings for? I
All of
literally,
them.
No, I Oh, you mean like
you couldn't handle if it was evident when they didn't have feelings for you. Like
Well, that's different. That's
only,
narcissism.
You only
Yeah.
wanted a one-sided friends with benefits. Like,
Yeah.
anytime you wanted the
fans.
benefit, you wanted them to be down. Anytime they wanted the benefit, you were like, "Ew, get the fuck away from me." And then whenever,
how was that me?
because if they didn't, if you were like, "Oh, let's have the benefits," and they said no, it would stay in your mind, and you'd be like, "Why? Why don't they want me?"
That's an ego thing, and then I tried to get them back, and then I would get them back, and then I would be like, okay, now I'm back on my
You are
throne.
literally
Needed
the
to
definition
win.
of toxic.
Yeah.
I know. So that's just what I'm saying. Like, but whenever they got like, we had to be done with those situations, like it didn't like hurt my soul. I wasn't like pining for them or anything. So I think if you can be in that space, yes. But if, let's just play it safe here and say maybe it's not the best decision.
I think it's probably not the best decision. I had an instance like this a little bit freshman year of college. This is actually very rude of this person because I was like hooking up with him and then I was like, oh my God, am I a slut? Like, this guy is not my boyfriend. Like,
And this is before you learned what slut shaming was.
Right.
And you were slut shaming
this
yourself.
is internalized.
Internalized misogyny / slut shaming.
Exactly.
But you're a new
And
person.
I was like,
She's just trying to be a sex girl.
right.
this
Just like
guy,
your
like,
sister.
the answer is like he should be my boyfriend, obviously. And so we decided to become boyfriend and girlfriend. And then he went to
I'm like,
we made the decision. Oh, you guys never met him because
Was
the
he a
day
twin?
after, yeah,
Okay.
the day after he went to the like dinner we had at my sorority, and I introduced him as my boyfriend to everyone in the fucking house because he like came and ate dinner there, and then we walked next door to the apartment that I lived in, and he broke up with me. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
well, think about him. How he felt when you introduced him to the whole house as your boyfriend. He's like, not for long.
He should have said that to me. Like, then I had to go back and be like, oh yeah, that guy's not my boyfriend anymore.
That's so embarrassing.
The same day I was like, why did you not just say something? Because we met at my apartment, then walked over and had dinner.
Like, he
and
could
then
have broken
walked
up
back.
with you.
Yes,
Before.
easily.
It's kind of like Peter could have broken up with Paige before she drove to San Antonio to get
To
broken
San
up.
Marcos.
To San Marcos to get broken up with them.
Yeah, this guy and I were clearly not on the same
Just
faith
like-
path either.
Just like Colorado could have broken up with me before I drove
Before you moved to
12
Colorado.
These men are really inconvenient.
Well, it's like they're so scared.
comfortable inconveniencing other people. Having
And
to
that's
send
the
a
thing
mass
that
text.
we need to be more comfortable with, inconveniencing them. How about that?
Also just
Well, the problem with me is I genuinely don't play games, so I don't inconvenience people.
I play games.
oh, and my point was I did backslide with that guy, but it also didn't hurt my feelings. So I was like, huh,
Right.
I didn't even want him to be my
But
boyfriend.
I think you have to be 100% positive that it's not going to hurt your feelings. Like, none of the guys that I backslid with, like, I knew I did not want to be in a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Regardless of, like, how I was acting, like, I just wanted their attention. But
Yeah.
I knew 100%, like, oh, I don't want that person to be mine.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of sororities, they asked if you guys were Kappas.
Oh, yes.
Who said that one did?
Yeah.
We are.
She said,
Sisters of the
also,
Golden Key.
We're
We are.
Jade and Paige Kappas. Same here. I wasn't a Kappa. GKODB.
Go Kappa or die, bitch.
Look at me. Love and loyalty to the pod.
LNL.
I love
Fourth
that.
brand sister.
That's so cute. Sororities are toxic as well, but they're kind of fun.
Good luck, and let us know if you decide to backslide.
Yeah, and yeah, give us an update. If you do
And then-
backslide,
and then let
take
us
on the
know if
journey.
he either accepts it or not, and how it goes.
And then if he doesn't, let's think of a way to ruin his life.
Then let me
Or-
know if he cried.
Yeah.
Or we can have you help you meet some other people.
Yeah, that too.
All right. Do you guys want another advice one?
Yes.
Okay,
I like
great.
the advice. I'm feeling on a high horse today.
This one I called birthday blunder.
BB.
I didn't call it BB on purpose.
BB's reading BB.
Okay, so this person wrote in when they thought it was going to be questions for dad.
Okay.
So she says, this may not be a question for your poor dad, but I would love the advice. Yesterday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
I, 23 female, love my birthday. I told my boyfriend, 22 male, months in advance that I love my birthday and I love to make a big fuss about it. We've been together for about a year and a half and graduated from university together as well this past May. For at least about a month, my boyfriend has been asking what I want to do for my birthday and or what I would like as a gift. I'm usually the planner between the two of us, so I just told him that I want anything that I don't plan. Also, since my love language is gifts, I don't like to ask for specific things as it's more about the sentiment for me. Yesterday morning, her birthday, my boyfriend slept in and didn't get over to my place until 1 p.m.
Oh.
Then he informs me he didn't get me a gift and instead would like to just take me shopping. Together we went to a few stores and didn't end up buying anything because I didn't find anything I wanted. We even went to jewelry stores and still didn't find anything. At this point, I was also annoyed because he told me his budget for the day, and I became upset because I'd spent a lot more on him for his birthday that's coming up. So she's already bought him presents for his upcoming birthday.
Yikes.
He stated the budget was low because he bought himself skis this week.
Yikes.
So we went home with nothing in hand, and I was visibly sad, although not agitated or angry with him. Is this a stackable offense? What does that mean?
No, I don't think so. I think personally, you know that your love language is gifts. It sounds like that's not his love language. Mm-hmm. That's why it's so much your love language that you already have his gifts purchased for his birthday.
Excited for it.
And you need to figure out what his love language is, and you do need to come up with a list. One of my best friends, her love language is also gifts, and she does a really good job of truly making a list of all of the things that she would like to receive from her husband, from her family members, because that's something that means a lot to her, but it does not mean the same thing to everybody else. So,
but I'm with this listener about, I don't like just items that unless I just want this item and I don't have money to buy it, it's like, hey, that's what I want, but I like a
but you also but she cares more about she said it's about the sentiment, but it's really not as much. I think if
she wants him to want to wash the dishes.
Exactly. And it's okay. And I think that especially at that age, she's 24? 23.
You guys are so young. You're just learning.
Yeah, you're still learning about each other, but you're still learning about yourself as well
and how to be in a relationship.
Yeah. And
I agree with Paige. I think you need to make a list, and then he will, and also be very vocal with what you like and praise him when he does do a good job, because it took me a long time to learn how to be in a relationship. And I have realized when my partner, when I like what that person does, I am oh my gosh, I love when you did this. And I can see them light up when I say that. And then same with them, oh my gosh, it was really thoughtful when you did this. I really appreciated that. And I think you need to do that. And I agree with the list. And the list can be little things too. I would love a little Tupperware set that I didn't have.
Or and it could even be a category of things. For example, I like to have a little spa day for myself. So little face, skin, bath, whatever. To where it's not get me this from this store at this price, because I don't like doing that.
I don't either.
I think it's nice to guide people,
because guys are not as thoughtful as girls for the most part. Not to generalize, again, don't cancel us. Cancel Balenciaga.
It is true.
But it's good to guide them things I love are just a spa day, or I've been eyeing a purse, or I've been eyeing this, what I really would love is something, and give them a category.
Yeah, or even just when some work days I'm working from home, but I want to treat myself to a coffee and I really like Starbucks lattes or something. Mm-hmm. So a gift card that you can, use to buy yourself coffee everyone. Like even that is simple enough, but because that latte might be your like treat of the week or treat of the month, whatever it is, that's meaningful to you. But you need to be vocal about those things, and you can't expect him to be as thoughtful as you are, because one, no offense, he's a man, and two, he's a young man.
Yeah.
And
so
three, going back to the gift thing, that's clearly not his love language.
Yeah.
The only thing that I thought was like the biggest red flag to me was that he chose to buy an expensive item the week of your birthday when he knew he didn't have anything planned, and he was allotting that week's budget towards your birthday present. Like that's kind of shitty.
Well, that's a 22-year-old male thing to do.
Yeah.
And also like maybe he needed the skis, and also it was like bad timing. I have like one thing I can buy per paycheck that isn't like my norm, where it's like, okay, this is like a big thing. Sucks that I had to buy the skis. Sorry, Sticks. We have a small birthday budget this year, like.
And I would also find out what his love language is for you, and like start doing that to show like some effort.
Because then if you're upset that you spent more money, you already have his gifts, you're more prepared for his birthday than he was for yours, because birthdays are really important to you.
But they might not be that important.
They might not be as important to him. So if he likes, or if he has a different love language, figure out what that is, and then it won't be so hurtful.
Yeah, I guess that kind of almost is like setting him up to fail, to be like, my birthday's important, my birthday's important.
You know who used to do that to me? Mark.
Oh,
and mom's kind of like that with dad.
I was going to say mom used to be like that.
But Mark used to do that. Like he'd be like, and Mark did this with his family too. He would be like, I want you to really take like my birthday seriously this year. And so I'm like, okay, I planned like a little staycation or whatever. Then it's like, you didn't get me anything. And it's like, you're just like, and it was like he went into the day with a bad attitude, and like I'm actually like a gift giver, but like I wasn't at the time. And also it's probably just like our own fucked up relationship. Like we were both constantly trying to teach the other person a lesson.
Yeah.
And I feel like you and I both did this too, like where we would do like our partners like expectations of us would be this, but we're like bringing something else to the table. Like for instance, like Mark always used to want me to like clean or whatever, and I'd be like, oh well, I'm cooking dinner, and then he'd be like, well, I don't want you to fucking cook dinner, I just want you to clean. And I'm like, oh, you don't appreciate me.
Right.
But in reality it's like I wasn't listening to Mark's needs.
Yeah, Mark.
And that was at a like 106, 107, by the way.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
We just had to bleep Mark's name. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you guys.
Yeah. I don't think it's anything that, you'd.
It's not a
It's not a red
stackable
flag.
It's not a stackable offense.
Yet.
Just
What does stackable offense mean?
like, is this like red flags?
Okay.
Are these red flags like stacking
like
up?
we're gonna stack up and then it's gonna topple
From the
over?
way she said university, I'm assuming she's not of this continent.
Well, this next one is from someone who is not of this country, but is of this continent. Any guesses?
Australia or New Zealand?
Canada.
Is of this continent.
Oh, is of this continent?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it'd be
Mexico.
like- I say Canada.
Oh,
There's only-
Canada. All right.
Blame
Hello?
Canada. Blame Okay, sorry.
Hello from Canada.
Hello.
Parentheses.
Hola from Mexico.
P.S. Translate this whole thing. It won't be annoying at all. P.S. Don't get mad at the Canadian spelling of some words. I won't.
Wait, interesting.
Don't.
Let me know
They
how
have like
she
the U, and she doesn't have any.
has the U.
They
And,
do like color.
favorite. And
Yeah. Color.
Favorite.
Oh, favorite.
And
Color.
Color.
Do they do the realize with the S?
Do they
realize.
They probably say whilst. I'll let you know.
I feel like one
Did
of
they
our
say-
family members would get realize on their body
Should we
tattooed.
say their name on 3?
One,
No.
Wait, say their Instagram
No.
name.
No.
I'll bleep it.
No.
I'm feeling generous.
I don't know their Instagram handle.
1,
I don't know it.
Let's just say their real name and I'll bleep it.
Promise?
Yes, I promise. Yes, I have to bleep Mark's name.
What time is it right now? One. What is that? I can't read.
I don't have.
It's okay. Just do it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
We all said we all said different people.
And they all would. None of us are wrong.
Woo, okay.
All right. Anyway, hi,
bitches.
Canada. I'm a fairly recent graduate, and this story takes place during my semester abroad to Glasgow, Scotland, in winter 2020.
Ooh.
I will start by saying the pre-COVID and post-COVID me are two very different people, and my mindset during the semester abroad was influenced by the recent breakup from my ex, who thought he was a Viking.
Hell yeah.
That's a whole other story, though. All
I
right.
kind of want to hear that story too.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in, please. Okay, so being a newly single in a new city across the world was a wild time. I went on dates with so many guys. I am maybe a Canadian 7, but I was a Scottish 10.
Hell yeah.
So for the most part, the dating game was great.
Hold on, time out. I just have to
Okay.
say there's nothing better than, like, there was one trip when I went to visit California, but I, been living in Texas for a long time, and just because I was from Texas, I went from being like a Texas 7 to a 10 in California. All of the guys
said no one ever. That's
Well,
like the
'cause
opposite.
She was
because I wasn't from.
foreign.
I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
She was exotic.
Pay attention, please.
Wow, housewife reference.
I know. Anyways,
Okay.
it was the best.
Okay. Other than the fact that so it was like dating game was great. Other than the fact that the haircut trend of guys in Scotland were these disgusting bowl cut fade things.
Yikes.
The other surprise was the amount of guys named Ross. I think I may be the asshole in the story, but I can let the sisters decide. About a week before moving to Scotland, I decided to try Tinder Gold so I could start talking to guys from Glasgow before actually landing. This worked out because I matched with this guy, Ross, who ended up being a city tour guide for my friend and I upon arrival. He helped us find our apartments, helped us get new phone plans, and just generally showed us around. He was super nice, and I was having a great time. We went on a few dates, and things were good. A few of the people I met at school, the friend I came to Glasgow with, a few of the people I met at school, the friend I came to Glasgow with, and I decided we wanted to go on a weekend trip. We found the cheapest upcoming flight tickets, and they were to Bucharest, Romania. I asked Ross if he wanted to come on the trip, but what I didn't know prior to this trip is how picky of an eater this man was, and how much of a deal breaker picky eating actually was to me. Day one of the trip was fine because Ross didn't want to try any of the local cuisine. We ate lunch at McDonald's. The next morning, I wonder what a Romanian McDonald's is. They probably have specialty items. Mm-hmm. The next morning, though, we were exploring the city and passed these food huts selling breads and pastries. There was a pastry called Kovrij, and it's basically a big soft pretzel filled with chocolate.
Ooh.
Also,
Whoa.
thank you for the pronunciation guide. Don't know how to say that word. Everybody decided we would get these for breakfast since they were super cheap. The only person complaining about the situation was
Ross.
It's always Ross.
But we told him we could stop at a fast food place or something afterwards. After walking around a little bit, we passed a Starbucks, and Ross stopped us so he could get food. The guy bought a chocolate croissant, which was basically the exact same thing as the Kovrij, just in a different shape. The stink he made about not wanting the local food and then buying food that was pretty much the exact same thing was an ick for me. I ended up getting more annoyed by this man's picky eating over the weekend, and when we got back to Glasgow, I ended up ghosting him. My semester abroad was cut short because of COVID when Daddy Trudeau announced that all Canadians needed to travel back home. I finished my semester virtually and didn't get to backpack Europe like I had originally planned, which I'm still sad about to this day. Anywho, wish all three of you the best.
Okay, first of all, what's it like having like a hot leader?
That's exactly what I want for a president. I want a hot dummy that is just the face of this country. That's not Grosso Trump and dummy Biden. Like, we can do better.
1 foot in the grave, Biden.
Granddaddy Biden.
Great granddaddy Biden.
Great Granddaddy Biden.
I'm not convinced he's still with us.
He's like Avril Lavigne.
No, he's like Weekend at Bernie's. He's just
You know how like
They
there's
just
the
Kamala Harris is holding.
yeah, they just prop him up.
You know how like everyone has that conspiracy theory that, speaking of Canadians, Avril Lavigne is like, actually she died and there was like a clone.
Yeah.
That's what's happening with Biden.
Yeah.
But it's just a robot who's malfunctioning.
It like
and Kamala has to
degenerates a little bit.
She has to crank his. So yeah. Anyways,
Crank is what?
crank is like his little crank in the, you know, like a little like
Oh,
robot
a wind up toy.
like a wind up toy.
yeah.
Crank his dick.
Ew. It doesn't work anymore. That's long gone.
Don't be sexist.
That's not
Bailey.
sexist. That's ageist. Get your outrage right.
I don't think you're the asshole for this. I think that it's honestly, look, you learned something new about yourself. You did not even know that you cared about how picky of an eater someone was because you were not in that situation before. So you were put in a new situation and you realized, you know what? That's not the one for me.
And it's like, okay, now it's the not chocolate croissant, or not chocolate pretzel, but chocolate croissant. But
Yeah,
what is it
that's
going
annoying.
to be next time? And then think about like
Anything he could get from McDonald's.
exactly
That's the only
but
thing.
like he's willing to like inconvenience the crew. Like that's
I'd rather
annoying.
starve to death than be like,
Inconvenience anyone.
Yeah.
Because I'm a woman.
telling
Yeah.
you.
And I've been raised that way.
wouldn't even ask for butter
And
noodles.
Ross, on the other hand, has been raised his whole damn life thinking he's a smart little girl, and he's not.
And he's just going to
And
lift his leg.
He can't run in those little high heels. And bacon is good for all of us, Ross. But anyways, this is getting insular.
Yeah, and it's just like I have not been a lot of places, so I don't actually know if this is true, but I'm pretty confident that I can find something to eat anywhere I am.
Romania, I bet there's a bunch of potatoes there.
Potatoes. Whoa, are you trying to say that people of Romania are poor?
No, don't you dare try to get me fucking canceled today.
Bailey, potatoes. So to any of our Romanian listeners, I think you eat rich potatoes,
Look,
but Bailey thinks you eat potatoes.
Jade, you're being a cheer-tater, okay? Bailey just can't speak.
Okay, well, I don't think you're the asshole at all. If somebody did that, I'd be like, you literally just turned down an authentic chocolate carafe.
Because
Over
yours
for
probably
ace.
tasted better. It was basically the same thing, and yours was honestly probably better.
No, Ross sounds like he is a pussy.
Yeah. Also, small side note, Sticks used to have a lot of allergies, and I was like, wow.
That's different.
But I'm really, because it would have bothered me. Like, okay, we're going to go to sushi, and I'm the only one that's going to eat. You're going to order some steamed rice, like Paige when she was 7.
But it's different. It's
Paige,
different.
up until she was like
17,
Yeah.
27.
No.
20.
Up until Dad started paying you to eat
Yes.
sushi.
No, but it's different if you're being picky like I was, and if it's a life and death situation.
I agree. I mean,
Why
I'm just
couldn't
saying,
he eat sushi with a peanut allergy?
Because he had a fish allergy.
He was allergic to everything.
Oh.
I know. And it
Yeah,
would have been
sushi
fine.
would be a deal breaker for me. No offense.
It's just like a new dating situation. Obviously, I love him now, and I would eat like at whatever restaurant he wanted to. But like, we're gonna we can only go to these restaurants because be like, okay, it's a no. It's not a stackable offense,
But it's a no.
It's like the first block of the stack. I don't know what that.
It's
what
put it in your notes app.
I called that one putting the ick in picky. Did I already say that?
Oh, that's good.
Bailey, that was good.
Bailey, for a
Thank you.
boomer, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think those were some really good listeners.
One more that I really liked. No,
Let's do it.
Okay, fine.
it's quick.
Come
It's
on.
just a breaking of a limb.
Let her have this one.
It's a good one to end on. Hi, sisters.
Hi.
I'm doubting you actually wanted stories about breaking your siblings' limbs.
No, that's
we
like we really
literally,
want.
really
We want
do.
any
I
of
want
your stories.
One of these every week. But I have one that makes my siblings and I crack up every time. I have 4 siblings. My brother's the oldest, then 3 sisters, which she's the middle, and then a little brother. We were kind of feral kids, and we were home alone a lot. We usually played outside or with our neighbors, but it must have been raining or really hot this day because we were trying to play games inside. The 3 of us girls thought it would be a good idea to play a game. We had chairs that folded out into beds, and she sent a picture. It's like those like folding mats that they
Yeah.
like roll
Yep.
out. Yeah. Anyway, my sisters and I used it as a sled to slide down the stairs. We held the flap at the end, like the head part, to steer and went down head first. We all made several successful trips, even attempting tricks, so we thought this was a very safe game. Until my little brother, who was about 5 at the time, wanted to try.
Oh, it was a baby.
We thought nothing could go wrong. We'd done it several times and it was like perfectly safe. Well, he forgot. This is his fault. He forgot to hold the flap at the end. He just sat there and waited for his ride to begin. We gave him a shove to get him started, and at the end of the bed caught on the step immediately. His tiny body flipped over and in slow motion went hurling from the top of the staircase toward the wall.
Oh no.
And smacked into it, leaving a 5-year-old sized dent in the drywall.
Oh my God.
When he hit the floor, he wasn't crying at all, and he also wasn't moving. There was a split second where we were ready to turn ourselves in because we thought we had killed our brother. But then he started moving and we thought we were safe until we saw his arm.
Oh, God.
Clearly broken.
Ew.
I'll never get that image out of my head. My oldest brother wasn't even old enough to drive, so we had no idea what to do. It was before cell phones were very common, so we didn't know how to get a hold of my mom while she was grocery shopping. We ended up making him a makeshift splint out of a naked Barbie doll and Christmas ribbon we found. And then we covered it all in medical tape, just hoping it wasn't really broken and my mom would never know. We made up a story about how my oldest brother fell down the stairs to explain the dent in the wall, but we never even got to tell it. My brother's a champ. He tried to play it cool and not rat us out, but it didn't take long for my mom to notice his disfigured arm being forced straight by an old Barbie. Oh, little baby.
What a sweet little baby brother.
No, it's okay. Guys, I can hang out with you. So, guys, let me play Barbies with you. I don't even care that I broke my arm.
I'm not going to tell on you, I promise.
She took him to the E and got a cast. She's still pissed at us for it. He's now bigger than any of us girls, and even if he's the one being rough, she says, "Don't you break my baby's arm again." That was nearly 20 years ago. We have tons of stories of us hurting each other, and now that we made it to adulthood alive, they're pretty fucking funny. Write them in. Thanks for the podcast. I love listening, and your relationships remind me of me and my sisters, who I rarely get to see these days.
Aw.
Oh.
I'm glad.
Just the idea of being like, I know how to make a splint. Grab a Barbie.
And like,
And some Christmas ribbon.
I don't know if I would have been comfortable touching your broken arm.
I think
I
you would
think
have
you
made me
would because
stand.
you would have been more scared of Sandy. And if you had it in your head that maybe she's not going to notice if we make it straight, I think you would do it.
Ew,
Maybe.
I bet that's true.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know.
You
what's
would
wrong
have
with
broken
her.
the other arm and been like, look, they match. Everything's fine.
Shut up, Bailey.
Shut up, Bailey.
Okay.
Get off my ladder.
Get off my ladder. That's like when I broke my arm after jumping off the porch because you
Yeah.
could jump off the porch.
I'll never forget were you there when we were in Lake Havasu and then our family friend jumped and fell off the trampoline and then her arm was broken?
Yes,
And it was literally like
we had a lot of
disfigured.
Captain Crunch that trip. And I love Captain Crunch.
And was that never mind.
that was
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for writing in.
thank you.
I'm going to be editing this on the plane to Chicago. Land of the Bears. I didn't even realize I'm going to the Land of the Bears.
Oh my God, pull yourself together.
I know. I'm going to have to get some souvenirs for y'all.
You know what you should do?
What?
We should make a little gift. You should drop it off on Soldier Field doorstep.
It's this is from your poor dad.
This is from your poor dad. We would
We'll
love
make
to
a
be
little
here.
Parachute. You can just drop it over. When
We'd
you're
love
flying
to
over
be
in the
here.
plane.
Picture in front of Soldier Field.
Yes.
If I can. I'm going to be in the West Loop, the best loop.
What would we like people to write in about?
I think that you should do another mixed bag. Like write in with advice, write in about stories, like sibling stories,
Siblings,
parents,
dating,
Thanksgiving. Like, did
parents.
something happen this Thanksgiving?
I'm sure it did, and we want to hear
Do
about
you
it.
have like breakup shit? Do you have friend shit?
secrets.
Work
Do you
shit? Say like the
secrets?
craziest thing that happened at work this
It
week.
is engagement season, as we know from Peter. So like, it's your ex getting engaged. Make our sister feel good. And then also, since BB's coming into town, this is going to be Paige's first out of town BB.
I'll be in. Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you've ever had a similar situation where you've like had, met somebody, they came into town, write in and tell us anything. We just like hearing from you guys.
Yeah. And I don't know what I want to do, but I'll probably try to make a little vlog that I've never done before about like a getting ready for BB.
Yeah.
By myself, I guess. Just me and the dogs. So we'll see if that happens.
Cool. I also have this nasty red nail.
Oh, I'm getting my nails done on Friday as well.
Are you gonna do tips?
I'm gonna get tips. I know.
Interesting.
Because my nails, they were so fragile from taking off the dip, and then I waited too long, so they all broke off, and they keep breaking.
Yeah.
They keep breaking off. So I just need to get some tips, let them grow out, and then just stay on my dip game. But I think I'm gonna get it brown.
Ooh, I like that. I should have gotten brown. I fucking hate this color.
It's okay. You only have a couple more weeks.
Like 3 to be exact.
Yep. And then that would have been the time to get the red for Christmas.
I'm gonna do green for Christmas, like dark emerald green.
Ooh, beautiful.
Or maybe I'll just see what Hailey Bieber's nails, because she is my queen. I want to see what she's doing, and then I'm gonna copy her.
Or you guys send us pictures of your dark green.
Send us pictures
of
Jade's nails. Yeah, send us pictures of what you think I should do with my nails, and like make me feel better about this color. It's
I
like
think that color's fine.
It's
Weirdo.
fine. It's just like I'm so pale. Anyways, all right. Well, make sure you
please write in and
Yeah, email me.
subscribe, email us at yourpoordad@gmail.com.
Please get us some more stepsisters.
And get us more stepsisters. And also, I think one of the ways we're going to grow this thing, all of us, is if we go on other podcasts. So let us know what podcasts you want us to be on.
And then tell them for us.
Yeah. And I think, there's some Austin girlies that have podcasts. Jenna Palick. We could go on her. Palick.
Jenna Palick.
I think she's one of 3 girls. She could be a good 4th brand sister.
I didn't know she had a second
We'd be the nice
sister.
little
She's
Brady
the
bunch.
she's the BB of their BBs. Yeah. So cool. All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.